Today we are going to talk about personality. But before that, I would like to tell you our last lecture where I had talked about behavior. Behavior consists of three things: knowledge, attitude, and skill. And in other terms, we can say that it is cognition, affection, and psychomotor. In cognition, we talked about Bloom's taxonomy. So is the case with affective domain. And lastly, with psychomotor domain, we talked about three frameworks that were given by Dave, Simpson, etc. So now we are going to talk about in today's class what is the concept of personality, what is the definition, what are the various types of personality, and how the personality is classified. So let us have a look. Okay, the concept of personality. Personality is the total quality of an individual. The word personality comes from Latin word persona, which means the mask worn by players in theatre. Personality consists of observable behavior. Observable behavior means something that we can see, something that we can observe. Personality is defined as an individual, typical, or consistent adjustment to his environment. Now, personality is an individual thing, it's not a collective thing, and psychology is dealing with individual behavior, individual only. So, it is a typical, it is unique to one person, or it is consistent. The way a person behaves has a pattern, is consistent. The pattern or the observable behavior can be observed through traits. Now, what is a trait? Traits are the elements of personality, or these are also called as traits of personality. So, it is the traits that make one person different from another person in his behavior. Shyness is a trait, sociability is a trait, respectful behavior is a trait, genuineness is a behavior, is a trait, telling lies, dishonesty is also our traits. So we can say that personality is an integrated pattern of traits. So we see that personality is made up of thoughts, feelings, behavior. According to Worth, one's personality is made up of three things. One is material self, second is social self, and third is spiritual self. Material self consists of his body, clothes, family, property, etc. The social self is made up of his home, club, office, temple, church, etc. And the spiritual self is the ability to argue and discriminate consciousness or moral sensitivities. According to Miro Gali, personality consists of his disposition, temper, temperament, and character. Let us look into definition of personality. So according to MA May, personality is that which makes one effective or gives one influence over others. In the language of psychology, it is one's social stimulus value. Now, according to Dashiell JF, a man's personality is the total picture of his organized behavior, especially as it can be characterized basis fellow men in a consistent way. Then we have definition by Watson JB. So, our personality is the result of what we start and what we have lived through. It is a reaction mass as a whole. According to Alport JW, personality is the dynamic organization within the individual of those psychological systems that determine his unique adjustments to his environment. Now, if we look into types of personality, there are two types, the type A personality and the type B personality. The type A personality generally lives at a higher stress level, and this is driven by ambition. They are rigidly organized, they are highly status conscious, sensitive, impatient, take more than they can handle. They would like to do all kinds of activities and then their plate is full. They cannot handle so many things. They want other people to get to the point. They are proactive. That means they foresee the troubles that can come up. They do things in a proactive manner and they are concerned with time management. Now, let us look into type B personality. The type B personality generally lives at a lower stress level and are typically good at stress handling. They have lack of urgency, they are relaxed, they are less competitive, they are patient, they are non-aggressive, they are socializing and they are enjoying. So we see that type B personality is easygoing, flexible, expressive, laid back attitude, relaxed, emotional. Now, let us have a look at classification of personality. So, according to T. Jung, he classified individual into three psychological types. One is introvert, second is extrovert, and third is ambivert. Introvert, an introvert limits his acquaintance to a few. The person is not gregarious. In this person, we see he is very conservative and suspicious of the motive of others, and he is not social and prefers to remain in the background on certain occasions. An introvert avoids embarrassment and public speaking. He is very reserved, self centered, introspective, absent minded, remains worried, and is always daydreaming. He is generally slow and hesitant to take the initiative. Philosophers, poets, and scientists are generally introverts. Now, let us have a look at extrovert classification of personality. An extrovert is socially adaptable and interested in people. He likes to make friends and very soon creates a circle of friends around him. An extrovert prefers working in company with other people, is talkative and fond of talking. And he's also self assertive and generally takes things lightly. He never feels embarrassed. He has a keen sense of observation and is attentive. And examples are reformers and social workers are generally extroverts. Let us look at ambivert. This type are placed in between extrovert and introvert. Their behavior is balanced. Their psychic energy is partially directed inwards and partially outwards. And ambiverts are interested in their own thoughts and emotions and also in other persons and their action. Most of us belong to the ambivert type. With this, I thank you for your attention, and the chapter regarding personality is kind of completed at the moment. If you have any questions, please write back to me or call me. Thank you.